Hey everyone, welcome to this flow yoga class. We are on the beach at Lake McDonald in Glacier National Park, and we're going to do a short mobility warm-up followed by just a really simple flow. Let's begin in Tadasana. Stand how you like to stand. Set your feet in a position that feels stabilizing and grounding. Relax your shoulders. And you might take a moment or two just to drop your eyes closed. And feel how your breath is flowing naturally. Gradually deepening those cycles. Smoothing your breath. Polishing it. And perhaps making a soothing sound with your exhale. We'll start to shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. Swoop them forward, and just make a nice smooth rotation through your shoulder blades. Reverse the direction of that circle. And then pause and turn both palms forward. Raise your right arm forward out in front of you, palm facing behind you. Once you max out overhead reaching, then turn your arm into that internal spiral and take it back behind you for our shoulder car. Let's go back the way we went in. Reverse it all the way up and around. Two more like that. Potentially adding in a little bit more stability through your lower body, firing the glutes, feeling that strong base of support from beneath. One more time like this. Last one. And then let's do a few on that other side. Leading with your thumb as you reach back behind you and then spiraling that arm back to external rotation, or just neutral is fine. See if you can really simplify this by not moving any other part of your body and just keeping that rotation in the shoulder joint. Let's do one more. And then let's find some side bends. You could do whatever you want with your arms. They can both be overhead. You could take your hands behind your head real gently. You could even take your arms to a cactus position. And then let's find our own rhythm, inhaling to standing up tall and then exhaling either right or left. Always trying to find your own best pace. Moving in and breathing in a way that makes sense to you today. Let's do one more set. Lateral flexion, feeling that long side body on one side and a little bit of work, a shortening on that other side. And once you completed at least 2 rounds, let's find our Tadasana once again. Let your eyes drop closed for just a few moments of breathing. Expanding through your ribs. Side to side, front to back, all around, 3D breathing. Lift and spread your toes. If you're not already there, step towards the front of your mat. On your inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And on your exhale, put a little bend in your knees, hinge through your hips and fold over your thighs and just hang for a few breaths. Decompressing. Perhaps you add a little sway, nodding of the head, pedal the legs. What feels nice to explore in this moment? Step your left leg backwards so that you're in a low runner's lunge. And then we're going to spend a little bit of time moving around here, either through bending and straightening the front leg, bending and straightening the back leg. You can also add just a little bit of rotation as you open up towards the right side, and maybe a combination of all of those movements. Step your left foot back to the front of your mat, and on your inhale, come up halfway. Think level to the horizon with your spine. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, rise to stand, reach. Exhale, side bend right. Back to the top as you breathe in, and a side bend left. As you inhale, take both arms overhead, maybe look up, and then exhale, fold. Step your right foot backwards, exploring your runner's variations. Checking in and noticing any differences between the right side and the left side, from the hips all the way down to your ankles. Step forward once again. Your inhale is the half lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Side bend left this time. Breathe into the middle, get taller. Take it the other way, and then we're going to have a couple of air pull-ups. So as you stand up, take your arms a little wider, neutralize your spine. Let's do 2 just with the shoulders, just like you're doing a pull-up. And then on the second round of 2, we'll take a little bit of upper body back bending, as if you're curling over a big beach ball behind you. Last one. Inhale to raise your arms and exhale to fold. Step back to tabletop position. If you are on the rocky beach like we are, you might need to double pad your knees. We're going to take a few rounds of cat and cow in your own time. So many ways you could practice this movement. Sometimes we get stuck in habitual patterns, so if you always do it one way, perhaps today you mix it up. Either slow it down or reverse the breathing. Inhaling to cat, perhaps, and exhaling to cow. See how that feels. Last one. From here, let's neutralize the spine, come down to the forearms. We're going to take 3 hip rotations on each side, and we'll go 3 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise, and it doesn't matter which leg you start with. Just try to keep your pelvis level and a little bit of cat pose in your spine. Squeeze the back of your knee, and then take your leg back behind you. Angle it outward, and then pull it into your chest. Let's reverse it. Two more sets for a total of 4. Last pair. And then we'll go the other way. Other leg, rather. Back to back, or you can do 3 and 3. Last pair. And then let's set our foundation for downward facing dog. Feeling your hands really pressing in through the base of your knuckles. Tuck your toes. Stretch your hips up and back. Find some length in your spine. Feel free to get a little funky with this down dog by walking, pedaling, swaying your hips, maybe even twisting the hips a little bit to the side.
I love the yoga, guys.
Hey, thanks, man. Lift your heels, look forward, travel to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Rise as you breathe in. Cactus your arms, curl back. Reach for the sky. And then fold in. This time we'll step back to our plank. Establish that full body tension, the good kind, and then pull yourself all the way to the floor. Everything that can lift off the ground now is going to come off. So like a locust variation, arms can reach back. Beautiful. All the way down. Place your hands for a cobra or an upward facing dog and take a few breaths there. Finding the work on the back side of your body. Drawing your chest forward through your arms. Downward dog is next. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Take a trip forward with your feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise it up, reach up. Let's dive it right back down. Step left foot back. Left knee to the earth, rise, low crescent lunge, inhale. Side bend right, exhale. Back to the center. Cactus arms and then curl back. Reach up. Hands down, step forward. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale breath. Exhale, fold. Come on up, breathe in. And fold right back down. Step right foot back, right knee down. Inhale brings you up, kneeling crescent. Side bend to your left, exhale. Back to the middle, then we have one of those air pull-ups, a little back bend if you want it. Reach up, hands down. So from here, you're gonna step back and either take your vinyasa, or Jeremiah and I might just do a few push-ups because it's not super comfortable to come all the way to the ground on these rocks. And then we're going back, either up dog or a cobra if you want it, down dog. Hop it up or step it up. Chair pose is coming up next, so get your feet how you want them, and then take a little sit. Let's split the arms, right arm forward, left arm backwards. Turn your chest open to the left. Back to the middle and same thing, other side. Think of rotating that rib cage, keeping your navel facing forward. Back to the top, stand all the way up and fold in all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Left foot back, left knee down. Kneeling lunge. We're going to split the arms again. This time we're going to twist open to the right. So left arm forward, right arm back. Pause here. And then a micro back bend, that diagonal stretch. Left fingertips to left hip. Back to the top, reach. Hands down, step forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Come on up, reach, get a little taller. And then fold in. Step back with your right foot, right knee down. Once you establish your firm base, rotate, split your arms, you're opening to the left this time. Maybe a teeny tiny back bend here. Beautiful. To the top, your exit, which could be push-ups, down dog, or a traditional vinyasa. From downward dog, send your right leg up and lift your left heel as high as it'll go. On your exhale, step forward. High crescent lunge this time. Bend your back knee, get a little lower. Open your chest to the right as your right arm reaches back behind you. Take your gaze over that backhand if your balance feels super steady today. Come back to the front. Straighten out that back leg. And then take your hands to the floor and straighten out your front leg as well. Peel your front toes off the mat if you like. Bring your nose closer to your knee. Step forward. Halfway lift. And fold in. Rise up. Let's take a little back bend here. Pull your arms down. Reach up. Forward fold. Optional flow through your vinyasa or a simple step back would do. Left leg splits high, right heel lifts a little higher. Step forward and set up your crescent. And then we're going to get a little lower, neutralize pelvis, spin open to the left. Maybe your eyes turn back towards that left hand. Think of scissoring your legs together. Come back to the front, straighten out your back leg. And then hands to the floor, straighten out your front leg. Toes high, nose tucks in. Step forward. Inhale to that half lift. Feel that backside strong and then fold. Rise up. Hands to heart, close your eyes for just a moment. Feel a resetting. Establish those points of contact on the bottom of your foot, your tripod. And then let's set arms back down by our sides. Bring your feet a little closer. Hands to heart. We're going to take our chair pose twist from here. So once you get sitting down, really drop your weight into your heels, lighten up your toes. As you exhale, twist to the right, and then maybe you establish that connection between your left arm and your right leg. Think of pulling your sternum to your thumbs. 2 more breaths. Shoulders down, spine long, bottom ribs tucked in just a wee bit. Let's take it the other way. Try to keep hips and knees facing forward, back to center, and then you can use your exhale to start to spin to the left. And the hands are there to help you. The arms are there for just a little bit of leverage, but we do want to keep that core doing most of the work here. So try to roll the ribs. 1 more breath, you got this. Release into your fold. Step back for your plank, your vinyasa, or your downward dog, or any combination of all of those. Right leg's gonna lift, breathe in. Step forward, high lunge. A little twist open, you can bend your back knee if you like. Right arm goes back. Back to the front. Now we're gonna reset for a warrior 2, so adjust your stance as necessary. Bend into your knee. Reverse your warrior, we're keeping it basic today. Side angle pose. Find some length on both sides of your spine here, and some space between right ribs and right thigh. Goddess pose, open up to that wide squat, toes out. Connect to the power on your outer hips. And then let's reset for a warrior 2, right leg. Reverse your triangle, reach your right arm high, and then take your hands to the floor. You can have any exit that you like. Left side we go. Reach the leg up and then step it on through. Crescent for a breath or so. And then let's make it twisty. Left arm swims behind you. Back knee could bend a little bit. Come back to the front. Warrior 2, open up. Reverse your warrior, stay long. Side angle pose. Open it up to that plie squat. Hips nice and low, breath calm. Warrior 2. Reverse triangle. And now your exit. We'll start again and adding on here. Right leg high, step through, rise up strong, crescent. Make it twisty, open up to the right. Optional back bend here. Warrior 2 is our next stop. Reverse warrior, maybe you inhale there. Side angle pose. Goddess, turn it out, sit it low. Warrior 2 once again. And then for your reverse triangle, let's first shorten the stance a little bit. So we're not quite so wide with our foundation. Reach up with the right. Tip your pelvis for triangle. Pelvis, spine. Finally, the arms are going to move and we're breathing. For your transition, let's lift the back heel as you pivot to neutral into that long stride pyramid. Front toes could lift, back heel stays high. Step forward, halfway lift, fold in. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, dive it down. Take your flow, or you're just stepping back to down dog. Left leg reaches, find your crescent. Twist open, option to take that micro back bend, that diagonal stretch, and then find your warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Let's do goddess one more time. Probably the last time here. So find your depth, pull your legs wide, try to keep your foot tripod intact, sit a little lower. Warrior 2. Straighten out that left leg and then just shorten your stance a little bit. Reverse triangle, 2 triangle. Let your breath lead you in. Pelvis tipping, side spine reaching, and then windmill your arms. Lay your chest wide open. Try to contain the low ribs. Tricky little pivot here. We're going to lift the right heel up, neutralize, fingertips to the floor, and then lift your left toes towards your nose. Step it forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Rise to stand. Fold it in. Left leg back. From here, we're just going to heel toe our right foot out to the side a little bit and come into our lizard. So for this one, you could angle your toes out slightly, or you could keep your foot facing forward. And if you're on a softer surface, you could also bring your left knee to the ground. You could get a little lower, like Jeremiah is doing, coming onto forearms. And you could really soften this pose a lot, but it also might be good to keep just a little bit of energetic awareness around the hips so that your joints are well supported from the inside. Adjust until you can make your left hand your foundation. So you're going to bring your left palm nice and strong like you would in plank. Step your right foot back to a side plank on this left arm. Option to lower the knees, the left knee rather. Breathing for 5. Top arm can reach overhead. 4. Hips a little higher. 3. Strong legs. 2. And then maybe a flow from here, or you can take that down dog as a transition. Maybe a light hop or some baby steps, top of the mat. Last time through this mini sun salute, come up halfway and fold. Rise, and then let's add a back bend again. Beautiful. As you fold down, we'll step our right leg backwards. Heel toe left foot to the edge of your mat a little bit more so your hands can come inside. Some version of that lizard for you. Adjust right arm can support you in a plank, and then find an efficient way to get there. Breathing. Final 3, 2, back to your plank. Last opportunity to take that flow. And then let's rest in kneeling or child's pose for just a few breaths. Try to slow down your exhales a little bit. Be the observer of your physical landscape. And notice how your physical landscape can inform the subtlety of your emotional body and the patterning of your thoughts. And then you're just going to choose your final position for this practice, which really could be anything. You could take a supported bridge. You could have a supported fish. You could sit in meditation. Shavasana is always a good plan. Or you could stay in child's if that's feeling good for you. So I'm just going to stay kneeling and try to find a little bit of stillness here. Bring some softness to your jaw. Allow your shoulders just to fall peacefully away from your ears. And there's no need here to force any certain posture. Just let yourself be. Can you make a little more space between the exhale breath and your new inhale breath? Just that sweet little pause there. I'd like to thank you for practicing with us today. I hope you enjoyed this little quickie by the beach. Take care of yourselves. Namaste.